Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Lore and Loot, Morrowind. Speaking with Grand Master Enolalu, we can ask him if there are any writs available. He tells us that there are 3 of them, one for Sarayn Sadus and a double, Ethal Seloth and Idroso Vendu. We'll take all of them for now, but we are going to be focusing on Sarayn Sadus. Inquiring further, he tells us that the target is located in a cave called Zain Tirari in the Molag Amur region. This cave is actually quite near to the location of Odaisha Yasalmibal's camp, a little ways to the southwest. With this information, we can head out and try to find this cave. This triggers the quest Writ for Sarayn Sadus. Unlike with previous targets, we do not have to hypothesize much about why someone would want this man dead. He is an outlaw and a smuggler. It's highly likely a government official, possibly one near Molag Mar, a merchant who has been robbed by Sadus's gang in the past, or a family member of someone murdered by the scoundrel, has paid for the honorable execution of the scumbag. Getting to the cave is an absolute chore, no matter where you come from. You can travel to Sarayn and travel northeast, but that is very far. You can go to Molag Mar and go north from there, or you can go to either Tel Arun or Sadrith Mora and go southwest, island hopping. I chose Sadrith Mora because it's cheaper and faster to get there. After arriving at the location of Odaisha's yurt, we decide to go to sleep and start the journey again in the morning, as it was a tough trip, swimming through all those slaughterfish. As the cliff racer flies, the trip is not far, but the paths created by the flowing lava do not form a convenient path, and there are large hills between us and our destination. We could go around, yes, but we stubbornly try to find a way over. Eventually we succeed and see a steam pit below. We know the cave entrance is not far to the north of this steam pit, and sure enough, we see the door hidden between some shrubs. Taking a bit of a rest before going in, we immediately see the first of these criminals, Dils Heladrin, and we attempt a sneak attack by using our Ring of Khajiit and a sneak attack. It does not work out, and we soon discover that this guy has an Iron Viper Slayer on him, which causes poison when it strikes its target. No wonder he was doing so much damage. He was also wearing bone mold armor, a good set of medium armor. We continue the sneaking, moving forward quietly and bringing out our bow, in preparation to attack from range if necessary. Eventually, around the corner we see the legs of Malsferalan, and we slowly sneak forward for a better shot. Arrow after arrow misses, but eventually we get a hit, and we switch over to our blade as he closes the distance. It's out of magical charges, but a glass blade is still a glass blade, and our attacks stagger him time after time. The poor sod doesn't even get a hit on us before he falls. He has nothing of value, but we switch out with his black pants because black is cool and edgy and goes better with our assassin persona. Further sneaking reveals to us the heavily armored Derer Velandus. We decide for a sneak attack from afar, and as he runs up the stairs, we lay the trap. As soon as he reaches the top, we go Ring of Khajiit. As he stands there stupefied, we sneak around behind to attempt a sneak attack. We surprise him and have the initiative, but he soon recovers, and boy oh boy, does this fella hit hard. After only 2 hits, we are forced to down a healing potion and a second one soon after. But our relentless attacks continue. But after just one of his hits, we are literally left on the brink of death with only 1 hit point. Even the slightest of shoves would have doomed us, but we thankfully are able to drink another potion and kill him before he does more damage. We take our arrow still stuck to his armor, his gold, and we quietly sneak to the entrance of the cave to tend to our wounds before venturing deeper again. After a short break, we head back to where we were and start down the stairs when, to our great shock, we see Nelvon Raidus at the bottom of the stairs. We freeze and try to come up with a plan, but before long we are spotted and we see that he is a spellcaster, which actually suits us just fine, as we can just retreat back up the stairs and properly prepare. We trick Nelvon into chasing us back to the entrance of the cave, forcing him to use magic until his reserves are empty and he closes the distance. Armed only with an iron wakizashi and with our glass blade at full charge, he stands little chance. On his person, we see nothing much of value, but he does have the pauldrons to our armor, so we take them to complete the set. Much to our shock and horror, as soon as we finish looting the corpse, we see none other than Sarayn Sadus sprinting up the cave at us. He must have heard the commotion and come running, only to see one after another of his minions dead. We begin our tried and true method of unrelenting attacks, and though we strike true, blow after blow, Sarayn is heavily armored, and our attacks do very little. The battle rages on, and though we have the upper hand, only a few attacks is all it takes for him to even the odds. Eventually, after a grueling and long, drawn-out battle, we slay Sarayn Sadus. And our journal updates. Sarayn Sadus has been slain according to the traditional and honorable doctrine of the Morag Tong. None dared report my actions. We can now rest and loot the cave for any valuables. There are no real unique items to talk about in this cave, mostly standardized crate and barrel loot, the likes of which you can find in any crate and barrel in Vardenfell. A few of the containers may have some moon sugar or skooma, and we do get so lucky, but it's mostly bottles, random low-level ingredients, cheap clothes, cheap potions, and crappy armor. After looting and resting, we can head back to Vivec and turn in this quest. We will definitely need to invest in more potions of health in the future. Training a bit in sneak and marksman wouldn't hurt either. We did increase our short blade skill quite a bit in this battle though. We will be fulfilling our next writ in the next episode. Thank you for joining me for this episode of Lore and Loot Morrowind, and I will see you next time.